Hi everybody and welcome to Skill Up. My name is Ahmed Akbari and I usually record my lessons in my classes. In our today's class we talked about IELTS Speaking Part 3, and since most of the students have the problem that they don't know what kind of useful grammatical structure can be used in IELTS Speaking Part 3, we dedicated our today's lesson to review some useful and also complex grammatical structures which can be used in IELTS Speaking Part 3. As you know, this is the last section of IELTS Speaking, and it is very important for candidates to show their abilities in using complex structure. So I think this video can help you to review those useful grammatical structures which can be used in this part of IELTS Speaking section. So if you don't know how to use grammatical structures in part 3 of IELTS Speaking test, I think by watching this video you can review those useful structures. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, please look at the board. Since this is our last session in IELTS Speaking Part 3 discussion class, we are supposed to check the grammatical structures which can be helpful for you in IELTS Speaking Part 3. Okay, so let's check them one by one together. The first one is if clauses, and in particular first conditional. And as you remember, in Part 3 of IELTS Speaking, we use it to talk about the benefits or sometimes drawbacks of an idea to justify it. And particularly it would be super helpful when you are justifying your opinion, you want to prove your opinion, and you use if clauses in order to show the benefits. If schools invest in health education, children in the future will be more health conscious. If governments invest in public transportation infrastructures, the quality of air will improve in the future. So as we discussed it in the past during this class, if clause first of all will enhance your score for using grammatical structure, complex grammatical structure, and also it allows you to talk more because basically you have two sentences, and it will increase your score for fluency simultaneously. And in the same regard, we have not only but also. Please make sure you use them while you are defending your idea in IELTS Speaking Part 3. Both of them are super helpful. The second complex grammatical structure is relative clause. Which relative clause? Today I heard it a lot while I was monitoring your activity. That was good. So make sure you use a relative clause which to extend an idea by adding more point of view. Okay? Nowadays, many young adults spend a lot of time using social media, scrolling Instagram, which I believe will have, which may have, which can have, which will lead to, which leads to. It doesn't matter what grammatical structure you are using after which. My point is that use which in order to extend your main idea, in order to explore it. And again, it will enhance your grammatical structure score because whenever you use which in order to extend an idea, it means that you are producing a complex structure which can grab the attention of the examiner. And also, again, using which allows you to talk more. You don't need to stop. And automatically, you will have a better flow of speech. Your fluency will be better. The next thing, double comparative structures. The more, the less. These double comparative structures are super helpful in IELTS Speaking Part 3 when you're exploring your ideas. When you want to assess an idea, when you want to evaluate an idea, it would be super helpful. Present perfect. particularly to talk about recent trends, yes? The one example that we have learned in this class was the internet has revolutionized all aspects of our lives nowadays. Okay, for example, using social media has become popular these days. Maybe, I don't know, using sustainable energy has become a trend nowadays in many countries. Whenever you are talking about a trend, a recent trend in your maybe country or in the world, this present perfect would be super helpful. It is useful, first of all, because it is in harmony with what you want to say. Basically, all the trends are being used in present perfect, which shows that you know which time tense is useful here. It shows your understanding of time tense when you're speaking. And also, again, present perfect is a complex time tense. We have talked about it a lot. Future perfect, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. All these time tenses are called complex time tenses, and they will enhance your grammatical structure band score. And also, you can even use future perfect, particularly when you're answering prediction future questions, yes? By the end of this century, robots will have replaced teachers. By the end of, I don't know, this decades, in the near future, okay, a lot of skyscrapers will have built, okay? So you can add future perfect besides present perfect. Passive forms. Using passive forms is super helpful. And if you remember, we talked about it when we are expressing mainstream idea, mainstream opinion. Can you remember? Nowadays, it is commonly believed that, yeah, when you want to talk about a mainstream idea, although it is believed that this one, personally, I think. So in the beginning of your answers, particularly when you want to talk about mainstream idea and then add your own idea, although it is commonly believed that, it is widely accepted that, personally, I don't think so. And my first reason is that, then explore your own idea. Modals, we talked about it when you were practicing in groups and pairs. Will, future, would, for suggestion, could, should, for solution questions. They're super helpful to be used. And gerund and infinitive phrases, we talked about them a lot. One of those contexts that we talked about was about talking about answering why question, yeah? Why do you think some people become workaholic? And you want to start to analyze the causes. First of all, we need to consider this fact that, okay? Or, for example, when you want to use a gerund for solution questions, a prepositional phrase even can be super helpful for overcoming this challenge. For example, I ask you a question, a solution question, and in the beginning you want to start like this. For overcoming this challenge, okay? And gerund phrases in general are also super helpful in the beginning, yeah? Using social media can lead to, yeah? Traveling is a great way to, having regular exercise can lead to these gerund phrases in the beginning. My friends, the last point that I want to add is knowing them isn't that much effective in IELTS Speaking Part 3. This is not the only thing that to remember, to know them. No. When you're practicing IELTS Speaking Part 3 questions, the best way is to record yourself and then remind yourself of these grammatical structures which could be used, and then answer the same question again, this time using one of the grammatical structures which can be helpful here. So again, knowing them is not enough. You're supposed to practice with them by recording yourself. Answer 4 or 5 questions, Okay? Record yourself, listen to yourself, and then look at these grammatical structures and find the places, find the context that you can use them. After a while, using this complex grammatical structure will be automatic for you. You'll do it automatically. If you just want to memorize them, it's not a good idea, because I promise you'll forget. The only way is to practicing them in your answers, including in your answers, to make sure you will be able to use them automatically. Okay? There's no question? Thank you. So prediction questions, let's get started. Yeah.